Greetings, fellow bridge lovers, and welcome back to the Bridgin' with Kai YouTube channel. Today, I have a short and sweet little defensive story for you. I was so satisfied when this defense happened, and it was with someone who I had never ever played with before, but it was just like boom boom, we were on the same page. It's just so much fun when you for the first time you are playing with somebody and then you're like, yeah, this defense is fire, man. We are doing so good. So I have one of those experiences to share with you today. This happened in a speedball like months ago, but I noticed I had this hand and I'm like, this is cool. We're going to share it. But before we get into this video, I just wanted to say, we just hit 600 subscribers, y'all. I was away in Italy for half a month, and somehow we just shot up to 600 from like 550, which was huge. So thank you so much to everyone who's done that. If you have not done it yet, come on, join the train. Don't you want to support Bridge, man? We are building Bridge's exposure together. We're getting more people in. We've had so many comments of people saying, this looks interesting. We need to try more Bridge. That's the goal, right? And subscribing and liking and watching the videos helps do that a lot. Thank you to those of you who've already done it. If you haven't done it already, please do. But without further ado, let's get into this hand. Boom! All right, here we are on this hand. So, for context, you are just playing in a speedball. I forgot if it was match points or imps. I don't think it really matters in this case, but let's talk about the auctions. This was my hand, and East started with a pass. I, even though only having 11 points, did open one diamond here. I've got a 6-card suit. That's a great thing. I have great suit quality. I could have better shape, but still, it's good enough for an opening. It goes 2 clubs on my left, which is more good news for me because that is my double to nothing. So I have more offense on this hand. It goes double from partner, which is showing both majors, 4-4. Pass. To me, I just bid 2 diamonds, rebid my suit. I described my hand better. Sounds great. And then we get a 3 clubs call from West, who is just, you know what? I like clubs. I'm insistent on clubs. Keep bidding clubs. And it goes pass. And I thought here for a while, partner did do a double over 2 clubs, which shows some values. And I do have a 6-card diamond suit, but in the end, my 3 small spades don't necessarily look great, although partner does probably have 4 of them. I guess the worst thing you want to see as a declarer is you've got 3 small opposite 3 small. You're like, immediate 3 losers, can't get rid of them. That's what you don't want to see. I know that partner probably did show both majors, but if you've got 4-3 in the majors and you need to bid something, right? It goes 3 clubs. I just decide to pass because I bid twice with an 11 count. I need to stop. Just stop. Okay, so decide to play in 3 clubs, and we get the 6 of diamonds lead from partner. Here comes the dummy, and yeah, this is what we see, and we have to think about it for a moment. Now, first thing I always think about on a hand is, like, what is partner leading from? Maybe I shouldn't be thinking about this first, but this is just the way that my brain works. It's like, why is partner leading this suit? Firstly, I bid it. Clearly, that's a good thing, right? But what's the 6? What does the 6 mean? The answer is there's only 2 things it could be, but it's not completely clear why. It can only be a doubleton or a singleton. Why? We play third and low, top of a doubleton. It cannot be 3, because if we look at the spot cards, we see the king and 9 in the dummy, and I've got pretty much all of the other high cards except for the 8. So there is no world in which partner could be leading from 3 because they can't have 6, 8, and then some higher card because we have the rest of the higher cards. So this is either a doubleton or a singleton, and there is absolutely no way it could be anything else. Now, what does that mean for us? That means I know that partner is going to be able to get a ruff at some point. But if we think about it for a moment, if we play the king, we play the ace. This is what happened on the hand. If I play the queen, right, then they're not going to have any more diamonds, and partner's not going to have any more diamonds, guaranteed, because then it would be a doubleton. If I play another diamond, they're going to be able to ruff in the dummy, in the shorthand, which is what we don't want to be happening. But wait, there is an important note here. So let's say we win the ace, and we want to give partner a ruff. If partner has a doubleton, we play the queen, and we play another diamond. The problem is that dummy is ruffing after partner is. So if dummy has a higher card than partner's ruff, then we're just basically giving them a free trick when we're forcing them to ruff in the shorthand, which is what like you generally don't want to be doing. But if partner does have a card that is higher than the 8 that they otherwise would not have gotten, let's just say the 9, right? 9 higher than 8. If they have the 9 of clubs, that is a card that they probably certainly would never be getting otherwise. But if we just play a diamond and another diamond, they're going to be getting that trick because the 9 is higher than the 8. I thought about that, and I don't think on the actual hand that I logicked out, I thought there was a world where partner could still have 3 diamonds. But what I thought at this moment, it was like, sure, I noticed this thing that was going on diamonds, but I was thinking, I want to be greedier. I want to go deeper. I want to go further. How can we get even more tricks? And the answer was hearts. Because if my partner's getting ruffs and diamonds and I'm getting ruffs and hearts, we're having a heyday. So what I decided to do instead was I played the ace of hearts, went heart, and then partner plays the king of hearts. Okay, that's a little weird. Why did they do that? Logically, the only other explanation is that they've got the queen and the jack of hearts, because they're not just throwing away the king of hearts for no reason. They don't have a singleton heart. They would have let it, okay? And also, they did show hearts, right? So we know what's going on with the heart suit. So I'm like, my plan is working great. I can possibly get ruffs, although we probably don't need them. But when I play a heart, now I'm able to figure out whether or not partner had a doubleton or a singleton. If they play a diamond back, then they had a doubleton. If they don't play a diamond back, then they probably had a singleton, which means I probably should have been playing diamonds first. But there's also just this important thing of telling partner, I do have a doubleton heart here. So playing ace and then the 10 clearly indicates that I have a doubleton. But I think after I play the ace of hearts and the king of hearts is played, I should just switch back to diamonds in the case that partner does not have another diamond. Because if it goes 10 of hearts, it goes queen of hearts, and then like they play another heart, like what I would need to do is I would need to ruff this winner of theirs in order to initiate my plan in the diamond suit. So I don't necessarily want to be doing that. It would be much more fluid if I played the ace of hearts, I then switched back to diamonds to give partner the ruffs, and then they started playing hearts more. I think that would have just been the easiest way in terms of entries. But what happened here was I won the ace of hearts. I then continued the 10 of hearts. Thankfully, partner did have another diamond. And this indicated to me that even though there was trump on the dummy, like the title says, who cares? Partner wanted another diamond. So I then played not just any diamond. I didn't play the queen. I didn't play the jack. I didn't play the 7. I'm preserving the beer card, right? I played the 2 because I knew what was going to happen. Partner's going to play the 9. They're not going to be able to ruff. They pitch a heart. That doesn't matter. Partner's just going to play another heart. And what do? I decided to be fancy. I trump this, even though this is a natural trick. But why am I doing this? I know that both East and West are out of hearts. I know that both East and West are out of diamonds. But let's say partner has the king singleton or the queen doubleton of clubs remaining, right? This promotes that card, if that's the case. Firstly, let's go over what actually happened. They won the jack, okay? And then it went ace of clubs and another club. And eventually, because of the way that the hand was, partner also had to get their ace of spades over the king. So we were able to set this contract down 3. Boom, baby. Boom. And it was just so satisfying. But let's say I was being even greedier. Let's change the hand around a little bit. This is just one of the fanciest ideas I've seen, I think, that I remembered that it could happen. Let's just say partner had the queen of clubs instead of the 5 of clubs. If we give partner the queen, what's going to happen when I play another diamond? When I play the queen of diamonds, even though I'm only one with diamonds, right? The problem is that the queen is higher than the 8. So if they just pitch, right, then partner is going to get the queen of clubs over the club, right? They can't beat it. Now, this is something they would do if they're smart. They would just pitch the king of clubs, do a loser-on-loser play. But if they thought that the finesse was onside, possibly, then they might put in the jack, and then partner wins the queen. And they also, on top of that, get the ace of spades for down 4. They're playing in 3 clubs, yet we take the top 8 tricks on top of it, right? Of course, they can pitch the king of spades, but I thought that playing the queen of diamonds was the best way to apply more pressure on the opponents to see, hey, are you going to mess up? Are you going to get it right? I might have the queen of clubs, so it might just be safe for you to ruff with the jack. You got to test the declares. Like, even though the king of spades is objectively the correct play to play loser on loser, right? This never loses as long as the queen of clubs is doubleton at this point, which is very likely given the fact that both of us have gotten a ruff. You just did a loser on loser. You don't lose your ace of spades anymore. And pitching the king is still correct, especially when I have the queen of clubs, because when I have the queen of clubs, they can just run it around to the 8, right? So they should play the king of spades, but you try to apply pressure as much as possible. If they make the mistake of putting in the jack here, we do manage to take a lot of tricks. They're playing in 3 clubs. We almost made 3 clubs, right? If this were the case, there's a world where we set them down 4 if we don't have a very strong declarer. You always try to take advantage of that, right? You try to make declarer, like, you challenge them. You say, hey, you got to make the right call here. And some people instinctively are like, I've got to ruff this. It's clearly a ruff position. So yeah, that's this hand. I had a lot of fun playing this one, and it's just one of those scenarios where you just have a killer defense, and it feels really good, especially when you're playing with someone who you've never played with before. It was a blast. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed making it. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because who knows, you didn't listen to me earlier, now I've got you hooked or something. I don't know. If you really didn't like it, then, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I wasted your time. But it was fun. Yeah, here's to having more insane defenses with people you haven't played with before. I hope you have these experiences of just pure satisfaction of just being on the same page as your partner like that. And yeah, keep on bridging, everyone. Bye!